You are an entrepreneur, so continuously building the team, or you are professionals and you are looking always to do great things done for your company and take things forward in your professional career. You probably already know that your main mission when you're building a team or hiring people is about building the team with the right player. So that's why we often talk about is like Facebook, they always become successful, or any good to great companies, they always become so successful is because of they bring the A players. Like you, if you can bring a great player in your team that can hold the things of the team, can be much more effective because their great performance will motivate the other people to motivate themselves, and there's a completely great shift in your team as well too. So how do we really select those A players? So in my career, in VSHR groups, and in my career in different roles in different companies, I almost thousands of people I interviewed on the journey. So there are 4 key characteristics I really can pay attention to pick the A player for my team. So in this video, I'm going to share those 4 key characteristics with you so that you can use to identify an A player. So you can bring the A player with you, or if you are an interviewee and looking for a job, if you could build this thing 4 inside of you, you will be able to become an A player as well too. You want that, right? So what are you waiting for? Let's get started.
After working like last 15 years in IT field, this is what I realized. What is IT? Yeah.
Sure, thank you.
So let's give a big hand to these student leaders to bring the training to you. Why don't you give a big hand to them?
Number 1 is about self-management and committed. So one of the good things about seeing that when you're talking to any particular person, that how often they are self-managing themselves and how well they are self-motivated, self-organized. So when you're running this different interview, right? So you have a set of questions which you are asking for subject matters to understand their are skill sets or to get the job done, but also other players. But you gotta always remember that a skill set you are excellent about it will never make you an A player unless, let's say, you are a NASA designer or you're a motherboard designer, or you are a very rare thing with like 2, 4, 5, 10, 15 people in all over the world, a particular skill set. But that kind of people, most likely you are not. If you are looking for a job or you are hiring people, probably you don't need such kind of people, because you most, like 99.99% of the hiring manager will not able to hire that kind of thing. So such kind of people. So you're looking for people who are A player means they have to have a subject matter expertise, and then the additional one thing is number 1, how self-managed they are, how self-motivated they are. Because the people who can motivate themselves, they can be going amazing miles about doing great things. And at the same time, the people who are self-managed, they know what exactly they need to do, manage themselves, and they become a role model in the team to inspire everyone to be a self-managing team too. So one of the simple questions can help you to figure out. Give me an example where you really self-manage yourself. Tell us a situation where you failed and how did you motivate to move on that one. 2 simple questions, and how well they answer, how deep they answer, how well example they pull it to you. Don't really brag much about, push that much on that one, because you want just want to hear, and that will set the tone, how level of things. So that was the number 1. Number 2, responsibility, how responsible they are. So look at how well they take responsibility when they are going to work about different projects or in particular problem. Ask them about their failures and how they react on the failure could be a good way. Many of the hiring experts will advise me to do that, and I practiced. But that is not probably the best way for me to assess the responsibility. I like to ask them, outside of the work, how responsible person you are. Give me an example. Show me an example where you was a great responsible about an aspect. Show me an example where you was really responsible for your team. So these are 2 questions can really help you to understand. So what they really say, what the story they're saying, and how reliable is the story. Does the story goes with the personality of the person? Because when you're sitting with person that when you are already interviewed 100 plus people already, you have some kind of mental block in your mind. If you already like 100 people interview you exactly already know what is a mental block about. I was thinking that it's a terrible thing. It will never happen about mental block. But after being on this journey, that mental block is such an important aspect, because you can, your rate of accurate decisions will go more faster when you have that mental block. So from the mental block, you can see that candidate that how well they are, and then asking a little more questions can help you to fill up those mental block gaps to come to conclusions about that candidate. About this point is the responsibility. All right. This is the success booster card time. So question of the day: what is your key takeaway of this video so far? Go ahead and comment below the answer. We'll love to see what is the key takeaway. Science said that when you take up a key takeaway and note it down somewhere, you had a 35% chance to be actually doing it in your life to make it value out of it, which is amazing, right? But hang on, 35% is not enough. You need more, and this is the way I'm going to tell you how you can really make it happen. When you make a set of action, a plan that goes to from 35 to 91%, you can really make it happen in your life. So here we go. So from the key takeaway, what is the key action plan you're going to take, which is you learn from the video to your life, make a plan and commit it in publicly and commit into it. And that's what's going to make sure that you got 91% read that is going to really happen to you. You will be able to make it happen and successfully achieve your goal. And here's the last possible hack. When you announce something, a plan publicly, your 91% goes to 94% to really make it happen in the real life. So go ahead and comment below your plan in the video sections. We would love to see your plan, and we are 100% reply every comments in our channel. So we're going to see your plan, we're going to comment it, we're going to give you a feedback, and we're going to consult you to help you to make your plan to a reality. And that can go to up to 100% reality happens to your life. And that's how you get your action, key takeaway to action plan to success to your life. And you know what? We're also sitting down here to help you and celebrate your success with you. So what are you waiting for? Let's go back to the video, finish it, and we're looking forward to see your action plan. And let's make it happen to your life, because you can do that, right? All the best. Don't forget to make your plan, okay? Don't forget to make your plan. See you soon. Number 3, ideas. You need to see that how creative they are. Because if you see that one, there is a research was been done with IBM with 1,600 CEOs all over the world. And one of the questions was asking that what skill do you need to make your company's future proof without any risk? And 50% of them say that we need more creative people. And that's exactly so right, because you need all those creative people, because creative people is going to bring ideas. Some of the idea maybe will not be great, but some of the idea will able to differentiate yourself so much. So if you have more creative people around you who continuously bringing ideas to your team, that's a big game winning. And that's what biggest mistake a lot of entrepreneur and manager does, because they play about this one with ego. They think that they have always the best idea because they're the boss, and that's how the whole thing get collapsed. And I'm radically crazy about this one. Like, if I'm the table, I'm even sitting down with a director or managers and an intern, and if I see that the intern has the idea compared to better than anyone else in the table, I'm going to trash all the ideas. I'm going to do that idea. Let's do that. Everybody need to do that. Everybody. I'm going to push everyone in my team. Let's do that, because that's the best idea. So here we go. Your question will be about how creative they are, what kind of idea they have. You can simply ask them, okay, tell me an idea you have find out in your life which actually add you more value in your life. So that means that will show that how much careful, how much improvement they're really working on. Or then you can ask them, okay, you have seen our products. Can you tell us an idea which you could do to improve? But be more specific. You cannot, they may ask you, this is what I have received one of the interview in my life is about, they ask me an idea. And I say, in what perspective do you want to have an idea? They say, as a customer. I say that, as a customer, I want this. But which is probably not a point of interest when you are an employee of this company, because my point of interest is completely different than when you are an employee rather than a customer. So asking them idea to see that how creative they are is one of the way for you to understand how a player is that person. Number 4, this is very important. Energy level. You gotta see the level of energy of the person. If the person is coming with a low energy to an interview, that person maybe it can come from the many problems. Number 1, maybe that person have a poor environment. So if somebody has a poor environment, how they can give you poor environment doesn't mean that like less money. No, they have a system around them that maybe they are having a toxic relationship, or maybe they have not the right mindset of life partners, or maybe the family they are living, or maybe the environment they are into it are not energy. They probably, those environment is sucking them out. Or probably second thing, probably they don't have the right discipline. They don't do the right discipline. They don't sleep, eat, healthy thing. So without having all those three things, they will not have great energy too. So another thing is about they're probably quite lazy as well too. That could be a reason that they probably don't have a great work ethic, so they have a low energy on that one. And the fourth thing could be another reason is about they're probably not excited about you. They're probably simply not excited about your product. They're probably not excited about your company. So while they're in the table, probably they just need a job. And these are the people will not be a winner. You probably need these kinds of people in some sort of your team, but if you are talking about winning and creating a difference of your team, these kinds of people will not be able to make a difference for you. So you got to think about these are the four peoples and aspects you can consider to make sure that you're actually taking high energy people. So me, I love taking high energy people. Like in few weeks ago, I was interviewing a business development manager, and he never worked in the industry, and he was not amazing in a presentation, but his energy level, he has like that brutal level energy level, and I was asking him challenges, and he's coming for more, and he want to get things more, he want to get things done, and that's the point. Energy level, make him different. And finally, I offered him, give him an opportunity to take him a challenge and win them over. And if you have a high energy, you always the highest possible probability that you will have the trust from your team. And also, you will be able to trust yourself that you can do it, because your can-do attitudes come from your energy too. So here you go. If you're a hiring manager, this is the 4 aspects you can easily differentiate to find out who is the A player. If you have any other questions about any of these aspects, or if you have any other question to identify your A players, go ahead and comment below. I'd love to give you an advice. If you're an interviewee, you're looking for jobs, you want to become an A player, right? Because that's the way you can get the best job offers too. Make sure that this is the 4th thing you can correct yourself. How to correct yourself. If you need any advice, go ahead and comment below. I'd love to give you an advice too as well. So like I said that always, our channel, we provide 100% advice to every possible questions and requests. So if you put a comment below in the video, in the bottom comment section, definitely you're going to get a reply from me and from my team. It's not a reply. We're going to give you a valuable advice too. So here you go. I give you 4 tips to identify the A players. So go ahead, hunt the A players to build a successful team, or you fix yourself and become an A player so you could be a part of a great team to win forward. But here's the one, success is your only destinations when you're working for particular goals. So let's go there as a team together with your A team. All the best.